Hey folks, Erik again. Yeah, I'm here to talk to you about the band Captain Beefheart. Obviously, I'm a fan of Frank Zappa. Most people that are into Zappa are into Beefheart, and with good reason. Just completely mind blowing. I still remember when I first heard Trout Mask Replica, I was 10 years old. I haven't been the same since. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just Beefheart crazy. Um, Obviously, he didn't release as much as Zappa did. I have all of the albums of his I need. I ignore Unconditionally Guaranteed and Blue Jeans and Moonbeams. Sorry if I've offended anyone. They're just not Beefheart albums to me. Yeah, we won't get into that now. Obviously, the great man is now gone. I still remember when I heard that he'd passed on. I actually cried. I'd been out for a drink with friends, and it just hit me. I was just in shock. He'd been ill for years, but still a sad time. Anyway, I've got the albums to show you. I don't really have any Beefheart singles. I do have a white label promo somewhere of Click Clack, but I don't know where that is, I'm afraid. I don't have the incredibly rare French Pachuco de Cadaver single or anything like that, but I do have the first English pressing of Safe as Milk. Now, there's different pressings of this that people say are the first pressings, but this is the first one with all the tracks on Pi International. Most ones that turn up are on Marble Arch, which was a budget reissue version owned by Pi, and there's two of the tracks missing. I can't remember which, but this is the very first. I bought this many years ago. It is in really nice condition. These sell for about £300 now. They just didn't sell over here. It wasn't even going to get released, but John Peel pushed it so hard. I think he got Pi to release the album, and it didn't get anywhere. And it's now a psychedelic gem. You know, it's just they're just the coolest guys ever. Look at that. It's a shame because on the American pressing it's all in colour. I did have an American pressing and I sold it. We have Stereo Strictly Personal, the second album. Another great album. This is on the Liberty label. I mean, come on, look at that. When are you ever going to get guys that would willingly dress up like that again? Apart from Gary Wilson, if any of you know who he is, who I will also talk about at some point. Brilliant. Just brilliant. And this is a nice original stereo pressing. These are very hard to find too. English pressings are very in demand now because the quality of them is very good. Not as good as Japanese or German pressings, but still good. Really nice. Next up, the masterwork that is Trout Mask Replica. This is an original pressing on straight. English pressing. Very hard to find. This is a nice copy. Often, this is one of my favourite group photographs of all time. I wish I could get rid of that glare. I can't turn the screen off then because then I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, you've probably all seen this before. Lovely copy. And of course it's on the beautiful original straight label. That's an English pressing. These are distributed by CBS. So they are really good pressings. And this has just shot up in price in the last year. Well, since his death, they have gone up a lot in price. I bought this many years ago. Even if you look, even the spine, it doesn't look good there, but it is all intact. And these are often worn to shit, but this is a really nice one. Lick My Decals Off, Baby. Some say, well, this is what's playing in the background now, if you can hear it. Some say this is better than Trout Mask, but I think it's a little bit weaker. No, I wouldn't even use the word weak, but Trout Mask is a little bit better. But this is still brilliant. Again, UK straight pressing, slightly different logo and things like that. Really nice. Still not on CD. Why? I don't think anybody knows why. It was on CD briefly in the late 80s. That CD goes for more than the record, I think. Criminal. It is criminal. They've repressed it on vinyl, but I guess not many people buy CDs now, but still. I don't even know if you can legally download it. I wouldn't know about illegal downloading. Mirror Man, another great album. This was actually from the sessions of Strictly Personal. It's the original die cut sleeve. not. I mean, this sleeve, as you can imagine, is very hard to find, but this one isn't too bad. I've seen a lot worse. This is the original English pressing on the Buddha label, the black label pressing that was distributed by Polydor. All the Curtis Mayfield albums were on this too. Lovely stuff. Interestingly, the photo, if you can see, the lineup has nothing to do with who's playing on the album. That is actually the Decals lineup, minus. Oh, who isn't in that photo? Yeah, John French isn't in that photo. Drumbo. Great stuff. Bit more commercial. Still odd, of course. Spotlight Kid. I would love to dress like that. What a nice. Maybe not the frills, but the jacket's great. With his brilliant art on the back. And this too has the lyric insert. Clear Spot. I'm not sure how this was, if this came out the same in the States, but the English pressings, I've still got this in the plastic, hang on. The English pressings were very well packaged in this sort of PVC folder. If you can see, the Clear Spot is embossed on the front. These are often wrecked, and this is a fairly nice example. A little plastic wallet. It's all in there. Another good album. And then after that you've got the two that I tend to ignore. Again, sorry if everyone disagrees, it's just not my thing. I'm sure, I think a lot of people feel the same way from what I've read. This is a really nice album. And produced by Ted Templeman, of all people. And then of course, after the two commercial albums, he came back with Crazier Than Ever. Shiny Beast, also known as Back Chain Puller. They've actually released the original version now. Gail Zappa's put it out. I still haven't heard it yet. Haven't even heard a bootleg of it. This has got the inner sleeve. This is a great album. It's the English pressing on Virgin. First pressing. Not the OVED series, which is a later pressing. Very hard to find now as an English pressing. You see the American ones over here all the time on Warner Brothers, but you don't see the Virgin ones much. Next one up, Dock at the Radar Station. Another great album, 1980. Still adventurous as hell. Great stuff. That's another English pressing on Virgin. The red label on the back. Shouldn't have my fingers on there. I'll clean it later. I do handle records well, I don't know if you can tell. And last but not least, Ice Cream for Crow. Still crazy. Wish he'd made more albums, because if you hear what he was getting into on this, it's still good. But I think he just wanted to paint. Fair enough. This too has the lyrics, and again it's on the Virgin label. There's still quite a few Beefheart things I need. I need a lot of singles because they're just extinct over here. Yeah, I used to have a lot of foreign pressings and things like that. It's the same with the Zappa. I sort of, as I started getting into other artists and things, I sort of started offloading all these multiple pressings because I just don't have the room. I'm quite lucky that my girlfriend puts up with all this, really. She's very patient. So that's it with Beefheart. Next I'm going to focus on Frank Zappa's Straight and Bizarre label releases. Not his actual releases, but the other things on the label. There's some gems in there, trust me. Stay tuned.